Hello, beautiful people. It's Sinderfam. Welcome to the channel. Today we're gonna be checking this video, which is from the Whatever podcast, and it's a really interesting one that we're gonna be talking about. So yeah, let's check it out.
You said that you called off your engagement when you were 27. Why don't you tell us the story?
Are you sure? I feel like I'm taking over, you guys.
No, well, I get through everybody's notes one at a time,
Okay.
then we'll go
Okay,
around. So
perfect.
go ahead.
Just please help me. Okay. So yeah, I was engaged when I was 26, 27. I don't know. We were in this relationship. He was great, you guys. He was perfect on paper, literally. And I was monogamous with him. We were together for like 4.5 years. He gets on one knee out of nowhere, like at the Santa Monica Pier, like in front of everyone, and he's like, "Will you marry me?" And I was like, yeah, because it was like, oh my god, like I'm on the spot, right? Because I thought at that time in my life I had to do what everyone does. Okay, next we get married, next we get a dog, next we, you know what I'm saying? So I said yes.
You were 26 at the time of the engagement. How long were you engaged?
About 8 months, and then I called the wedding off like a month or a few weeks before our whole paid for wedding.
Wow.
And
Wait, 2 weeks before? So everything was planned.
paid for. I'm the
DJ.
I'm the bravest, but no, band, bitch, band.
There's a band.
Live band. Yeah, we're not DJing.
Can you not? This is like the second time
I'm so sorry.
Did you call people bitch? Like,
No, I don't call people bitch. I just say it in my language. I'm so sorry. I will try my hardest not to say it again, but it was a band, not a DJ.
how have you maneuvered through life for?
I'm really
30
not good.
Okay.
I'm so nervous. I've got a lot.
She's blessed.
Do you understand that, like, my life story is a little different than everyone's? Yours is actually
Okay, but
Puffy_Vegas
Mine's what?
donated
It's interesting.
$100.
you're not gonna like call
I have
me.
just lost £30. Have the girls rate me?
Jealous.
wait, what?
10 out of
Puffy,
10.
the IG reviews are. I don't even know if we still have that in the. I
I'm
think
really
it's
not trying to be
500.
rude, Ryan. I swear to God, I'm
Yeah,
so
but
sorry.
please don't like to me or anybody else at the table. Don't refer to them and.
I will try my.
Okay.
I'm so
All
sorry.
right, continue on.
Truly. Where do you want?
We're talking about your engagement.
Oh yeah, so
2 weeks before.
I thought this was the like you guys are all thinking like, oh, what I'm doing right now. No, you guys, I decided. Sorry, like I needed to do this because everyone else is getting married around me. Oh, I better fucking keep up, right? Sorry. So when I realized, like months go by, we're planning this wedding, right? How am I gonna do this? Like I'm not being true to myself. Like this is so unauthentic. Like what am I gonna do? He also had yeah,
Mental health issues?
a small dick.
Oh.
It's like not that small, but it was like definitely nothing that I'm gonna fucking.
Hold on, let me ask you a couple clarifying questions.
I feel like I'm
you
about to
were
get in trouble. Okay. Go.
okay. You were with him for 4.5 years.
4-ish years. I can't remember. Like
Well, you said you got engaged at the.
27
How
26.
long were you with him total?
total, about 4 years.
Oh, 4 years,
Yeah.
and you were engaged for 8 months.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we planned our wedding a year later. Like the day we got engaged, he was so excited about it. I was like,
Okay.
okay.
So you called off the wedding 2 weeks before
About a month, I would say.
because he had.
That's not the only reason why.
You
Sorry,
can
that's
switch
not the
it-
only.
Switch that, Nick. No, like the.
Wow. So they've been dating for. They've been together for 4 years, 4.5 years, 4 years, 8 months. And one of the reasons for calling off the wedding was because he had a small D. No, because I mean, this is obviously something that if you had a problem with his dick size, then I think that's something that you should have discussed about. And I mean, I don't think, and this is the thing with lots of things. I understand people have preferences in terms of that size, but you've been with this person for this X amount of years, so you should know that this is something that he did not do to himself. And that's why lots of people take some whatever to see if they can grow, what's not, and what's this. It don't make sense. The exact same thing to some ladies, because some guy says, oh, they want a lady with the big boobs, so they also would go out to get the big boobs just to please the guy. It is not something of your making. So let me get this straight. She's been with this guy for, let's say, 4 years. They got engaged. Then his small d is now a problem.
That's not the only reason why.
Yep.
It was something that I would think about a lot, you guys.
If that was such an issue for you, why did you stay with him for 4.5 years?
Exactly.
Oh, well, it wasn't an issue.
I mean, in the pre-show notes,
No,
in
listen.
the pre-show notes, you said,
I hear you.
Let me see.
Okay.
Okay. I called off my engagement when I was 27, 2 weeks before my wedding because he had a small D.
Do you want to know why I said that? Because I followed directions and it said, do not be long-winded. And I thought, all right, I'll give you 3 tidbits of my life.
It doesn't say that in the pre-show instructions.
Oh, it does. I read, do not give any long answers. So I was, knowing me, you guys now know, right? I was trying to follow directions as best as I could.
I'm pretty certain we don't, in any case.
It says,
I think it's like keep it like
brief.
I
Yeah,
don't-
brief.
It does.
No.
I think
I
it
follow
says
directions.
something too.
Shall I pull it up?
Please
I mean,
do,
just
pull it
'cause
up.
I mean, it's kind of not that important, but I mean. I'll
Well,
pull it up.
let's just, yeah. Because clearly you see me, right? I wanted to follow directions.
Wait, but okay, somebody wrote, this is a bad actor, was convincing at first, like everything she's saying is BS except the meth habit. Because it's not making sense. Let's just be honest with ourselves. If you think the D is a problem, then why waste your time and his time for 4 years? Why do that to yourself? Because none of this is making sense. And Lord, this is the thing we keep saying, like, people should see what they can compromise and what they can't, what's the no for them. So I mean, we get people have dating preferences, D-size preferences and all of that, but why waste your time? Why wait till it gets to the point of engagement, planning wedding? Then you now say, oh, this is also one of the reasons why you called off the wedding. So what were we even planning to get on? And this is not to throw shades at her, but I mean, lots of the time we get stories like this and people brush it off because obviously they don't have that long conversation, because you hear people say, you don't understand or you don't get what this person might be going through or dealing with. So now the question is, why waste your time and his time when you know the small dick is going to be an issue later on? That's a conversation.
Okay.
Everyone's
So-
like, hurry up.
We say take 5 minutes to read/answer all of the following questions.
No, there's, well, where else? Because it's there.
Okay, so you wrote that in response to, hold on,
Yeah.
11.
I think it was life clickbait.
Life,
11.
yeah. It was like the very first thing you said.
It says, any crazy/unique dating stories? If so, what?
No, before. It's like the very beginning.
What do you mean at the
Like
very
it's
beginning?
the very beginning of your instructions of the paper. Does anyone
we
know?
say there's
I feel like I do,
Yes.
but I also
no.
don't know. Good question.
Okay, we say there's no long-winded casting call. That does not pertain to your answers to the pre-show casting
Dude, I
questions.
was trying my
Puffy_Vegas
best.
Vegas donated $100.
Thank you.
Please respond to my question.
Yo, Puffy, thank you, man. The Instagram reviews, you have to hit the threshold if you want us to do the IG review.
Yeah, we need another 200.
I believe it's the 500. In any case, it's neither here nor there. So,
But I was just trying to be like respectful.
what do you mean?
Like not be, because I was like, I thought, I didn't know casting call meant in person, not in person. So I was just like, okay.
How do you feel saying that information out loud today and
What
knowing like
what
your-
information?
that he has a small wiener?
Oh, I love it. You want to know? Well, okay, I don't love it. I think it's interesting. There were other factors. He was a great guy, you guys. He was awesome.
But why are you like bashing him publicly?
Yes.
She didn't name drop.
Listen, I
doesn't
didn't,
need to, though.
but you know
People
what?
know.
He'll find out, I'm sure. So I'm not, okay, this is actually a really funny story, long story, not getting
you
into
close
it.
the door,
Move
Nate?
on. Wait, let's move on and let's hear what other people, unless you want to, whatever you want. Right?
No, well, I mean, let's continue. So, I mean, I'm
There's
still
a
curious.
very, very, very amazing long-ish story. I don't want to get into it, but we can later.
You
if we
mean
get
as
there.
to why you broke off?
Why
the
she
wedding?
thinks it's okay for me to say that, whatever. Because I do.
I can't. I don't. I'm just like I
Okay,
can't.
now we're having a
think-
meta conversation. Let's try to stay focused. Just
I'm
continue
trying.
on with the conversation. Go ahead.
Okay, she asked me a question. What would you like to mean? Like, so because of that, right? few other. He was great on paper. He was smart, great, whatever. He was like a little shorter than me. I'm tall, so it's hard.
Was it all physical attributes that made you call it off 4 years after?
No, he was so cute. We had a great time. He was hilarious. His family was awesome. Oh, that was like the hardest part.
You said he's perfect.
No, he's not though. Because deep in my heart,
height and the penis size.
Deep in my heart, literally, we had the best time together for the time that we were together, you guys. I swear to God. I was very shocked when he proposed to me because we never had talked about let's get married soon. Like I never saw myself getting married at like such a young age. To me, that's a young age, right?
27? That's not.
I know, but I just didn't.
Young.
I didn't expect him. Who wants to marry me?
You see, this is the thing that we keep saying on this channel. Is more like we devote our time to say this. Lots of people are not ready for the hard, long conversation. Lots of people date, but they don't date seriously because they are so used to playing games. Because if he's perfect, he's good and all of that, his height was an issue, or his height became an issue when he proposed. It was not an issue when you were dating. His dick size became an issue. It was not an issue when the both of you were dating. Like, make it make sense. If he didn't propose when they were dating for 4 years, it would become an issue that, dating 4 years or being together 4 years and he's not proposed, he's not said the will you marry me stuff. He eventually did. It becomes a problem, and he's a perfect guy. He's good on paper. You have the conversation. You guys are so good, cute together and all of that. So what is the problem? Yeah, physical attributes became a problem. Oh, he looks good. So what exactly is it want? Like, of course, we get that lots of people, or there are some people that are not ready to get married too early, that want to clear off whatever. But obviously, with what she said here, it sounds like, oh yeah, she was not ready to get married, but she had to say yes because she did not want to embarrass him. But later on, planning the wedding and all of that, that's one of the most embarrassing thing ever. And then saying, oh, because it has a small D. So she herself has not actually figured it out, the reason why she did not want to marry him. Or she thought maybe with the relationship, his dick size is going to grow. Something about it is not making sense. And honestly, if we're going to be talking about this, dick size is not something that anybody can control, regardless. If you know this is not what you don't want to, then move on to the next. And don't waste nobody's time and your time. Did she know that, or did people know that this 4 years of being invested into this, if it was a child, the child would be 4-year-old and be talking or be in school. 4 years is enough time for you to use to do whatever you want to do in your life, improve. So 4 years is no joke. Let alone be with somebody for 4 years. It did not make sense, and it's not making sense to me.
That's a fair point.
Like, what the fuck's wrong with it? Like,
wait, she said something.
We had the best time together for the time that we were together, you guys. I swear to God. I was very shocked when he proposed to me because we never had talked about let's get married soon. Like I never saw myself getting married at like such a young age. To me, that's a young age,
27?
Right?
That's not.
I know, but I just didn't.
Young.
I didn't expect him. Who wants to marry me?
That's a fair point.
Like, what the fuck's wrong with it? Like, so, anyways,
she's not wrong,
right? You know,
she's not wrong.
First of all, you guys, you're getting me at my worst, okay? But
wait,
but yeah, so finish the story real quick, okay? We had a great time together. He was awesome. He was funny. It's hard to keep up with me. He could, but I didn't feel that deep spark that I have with my husband now. Truthfully, nobody can ever find it.
Was it because he didn't want to have an open relationship?
No, he broke his arm when I broke up with him. He punched a wall and broke his arm. His bone was falling out.
That's not what I asked.
Wait,
well, I'm just telling you. You wanted to know.
The guy who you called off the engagement with.
Yeah, my ex-fiance.
I asked you.
You what? Wait.
Didn't want to have an open relationship?
No, he broke his arm when I broke up with him. He punched a wall and broke his arm. His bone was falling out.
That's not what I asked.
Wait,
well, I'm just telling you. You wanted to know.
The guy who you called off the engagement with.
Yeah, my ex-fiance.
I asked you if the guy that you called off an engagement with wanted to be monogamous.
Yeah, we were monogamous.
Is that why? Because you're in an open
Wait,
relationship.
what?
now.
Hold on.
She's
so
actually,
confused.
Wait,
really
hold on.
loyal and she's with somebody.
Let me come in on this. Okay.
Come in.
You said that you didn't feel the spark with your husband, or sorry,
husband, no.
your fiance at
Yeah,
the time.
I did it first.
You didn't feel the spark with him. That's why one of the reasons why you called off the marriage. Hold on.
Yeah.
And then, but you said you did feel the spark with your current husband, who when you met him was addicted to prostitutes. Do I have that correct?
I wouldn't go there. Okay, first of all, let
And
me
then
answer.
was there
wait, hold
drugs
on.
involved?
No. Let me answer the first
Grid
question.
One Motorsports donated $200. Brian doing a one-off
Thank you, Grid One.
flyby. Lots to do, but listening to this panel makes one wonder how methed up one is to bang 4 dudes, and must ask what diagnosis.
No,
and
I took a
meds one
Xanax,
has.
dude. I
May
actually
God be
took
with
2.
you,
I was
sir.
stressed.
Because she is making a joke about it. One, his small D was an issue. Then when they broke off, he punched the wall. He broke his bone. There was no spark, and you've been with this person for 4 years. Is that right? And hearing that our current relationship now, current marriage, they are in an open relationship. You see, dating now is crazy. Sometimes when you hear some relationships and all of that, you wonder like, what the heck is going on? Yo.
You're on Xanax.
No,
right now.
no, not
do
now.
anything.
I said for the gangbang. I took a Xanax for the gangbang. Didn't he just bring that up?
Okay,
Excuse
wait.
me?
I
Wait,
did
wait,
one
wait,
gangbang
wait.
in my life.
And you had to take a Xanax for it to
What
feel
the
comfortable?
fuck, bro?
No, I just wanted to do my best performance. I'm a
And you're
fucking
gonna
actress.
do that with a Xanax?
Dude, watch my content.
I
Next, who's
know.
next?
Gets rid of the anxiety.
Okay.
Oh, second.
Xanax does.
So, sorry, my lips are like dry, and I just sorry. Okay,
I have a question
we
for
had
Put
it
it on, baby. Reapply.
friend.
We had a really good, relationship at first, and we like had a great
Wait,
time
what
together.
was that? Did you put a Zin in?
What?
Was that a Zin?
What's a Zin?
upper decky.
What is that? I don't know what that means.
Oh, I thought I saw you.
You guys, you would
I
be
don't know.
shocked. This is my fucking personality. It's just a little hyped because I'm so nervous.
It was chapstick.
You had a question for
Oh,
her? Go
it's
ahead.
Dior. What? Do you want
Dior?
No,
I have
we
a
want
question for. I'm sorry, I don't remember your name.
Mercedes.
Okay, so you said that her husband now, when you met him, you knew about him being like, kind of like doing adultery, like
Yeah, and I was
infidelity.
actually saying that you
having
shouldn't
fun?
do that to your, like, if you're married, you shouldn't be having extramarital affairs.
Okay.
And so it's like, you should find someone whom you actually want to be with enough to be loyal to.
But
Like-
but he isn't though.
Oh, but he is though.
You have said that he's been with other
Oh
women.
my God, this
That's
is
a
so.
choice that
This
they
is
made
actually
together.
getting
But
to the point.
at the end of the day, facts are facts.
At the end of the day, I'm sure that my relationship and life is way more interesting than yours. So I'm sorry you don't
Probably.
understand. No, it is. It for sure is. So I'm sorry you don't understand. I'm gonna take a break now. Next, please let me take a break.
What's that quote where it's like not a curse, but if anybody in the chat knows what I'm talking about, it's something that you say to somebody like, "May you live in interesting times." Like, it's not necessarily a good thing to have an interesting life.
Dude, I'm gonna die. By the way, I went to my grandma's funeral yesterday. A lot of
Chat,
death.
do you know what I'm talking about? May you live in
Someone
interesting times.
I will die.
Sorry for your loss.
Oh, it's all good. Like, death is a part of life. Like,
It
whatever.
is.
I'm gonna die. I don't know if it's gonna be in a car accident, and I won't know, or I'll be in a deathbed. But I'm going to think I lived my life the way. And I'm not being delusional. I swear. I lived my life doing. I broke off my engagement. Do you know how gutsy that had? Like, I make decisions that I want to do. I'm lucky
So you're
enough.
self-centered, basically.
Basically, yeah. No, but I mean, you know.
How is breaking off your engagement like? It's not making sense. And no shades to her, but I mean, lots of people would think of this type of things and be like, oh well, because others are doing it, so it's fun. It's not. Do you know like how invested 4 years? 4 years. Just wow. People would look at her life and be like, oh well, or what she's saying, and be like, oh well, she's brave. Really? You could have, well, just rather than going along or playing along, you could as well just not go or pursue all of the planning and wasting time. 2 weeks to the wedding, you have to be kidding me.
Doesn't
But
matter.
you
Do you know
say
how many people
you
I
say
make
what
happy
you
on a
want
daily
to do.
basis? Do you know how many, like right now, again, like people are.
You're talking about like make happy as in
Like seriously though, like, do you know? Well, watch my content, you'll see why. But Roslyn Levy XXX Twitter.
Q. What do you think, bro? What do you think,
He
Q?
hates me.
The only thing,
He's speechless.
Good.
I mean, yeah, it's not really.
Much to say.
Yeah. The only thing I was curious about is how did you maintain a relationship with no spark for 4.5 years?
No, I said there was
Exactly.
a spark for a while.
You said it wasn't the spark that you had with your husband.
Okay, here's what I'm. Yeah, because I don't. Do you understand how rare it is to find what I have with my husband?
I don't know what you have
2%
with
of the
him.
world, I'm sure.
I have
1%.
no idea what you have with
That's
him.
because it's classifiable in the DSM.
Okay, I understand that. So is. Okay, don't get me started with the DSM stuff. I love you guys. Should we like? What
What
else?
is
I love you.
DSM?
I'm sorry, I can't. Like,
I have
Mental health
I
disorders.
got a question.
here's the thing.
my
I'm so
God.
different. It hurts me.
I have a question. Please. What was it a big wedding that you had?
With my husband? Or
Well, no. The
Oh, the
guy
one
who you
that I
said
broke
you,
off?
you broke off because he was short and he had a small peen.
What do you think?
Yeah.
What do you think? Look, I mean,
Well, no, but like you said,
Yeah.
you
do you know how brave I had to be?
You
to
end-
break that shit off like
2 weeks before.
Wait, he was leaving
There's
for his bachelor
caterers,
party. He was leaving for his
caterers.
bachelor party.
wait straight into the mic, please.
Oh,
But
sorry. He was leaving for his bachelor party the next day,
wait, so
and I was like, I can't hold this
how
off
many
any
people
longer.
were invited to the wedding?
The wedding was what you think it was, hon.
Was what?
It was what you think it was. It was.
Well,
big.
I don't
It
know
was
what it
huge.
was. Why don't you tell
It was
us?
a really nice wedding, like what you're taught, what you're getting.
Can you
but-
not slam on the
I'm
table?
sorry, I want to stop talking soon so I can give somebody else a chance to talk. And also, I feel like I'm never gonna
Wait,
get.
I have
through
a
to anyone.
this is such a meta question. Have you always been
Yep, like this.
the way you are
Absolutely,
now?
absolutely.
You should just call bravery, like ending your wedding, like breaking off the engagement or the wedding 2 weeks, or the engagement 2 weeks before the wedding. Calling it brave, and this is the thing. This is exactly what we just said, because lots of people will say this is bravery. How is it bravery? Saying that because he's short, he has a short D. You've been with this guy for 4 years. If all of those were a deal breaker, you shouldn't have even stayed that long. Or you shouldn't have even stayed till 2 weeks to the wedding. People do really interesting things, which is even scary at this point.
Did you? How many
paint?
detentions did you get
Dude,
in high school?
I went to 5 different high schools.
Suspended?
I got
from-
suspended twice, but who cares? I dropped out of high school in when I was in 12th grade. I had almost finished, and then I went back, got my diploma, not my GED, got my diploma.
Like
got
you
it
got
together.
kicked out of high schools?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I
Behavioral?
did truancy. I was just like smoking weed
Like
in the parking lot. with my friend.
behavioral stuff, or
What do you think?
I'm just asking. I don't know.
Dude, my dad committed suicide in 2016. You think I don't have daddy issues?
Well, you're 30. Hold on. First off, you're 38.
Yeah.
If he
No.
you said 2016, so
that was when no. Okay. all
So
I'm saying is-
you're hold on. So you're justifying your
No, that was a
teenage
joke. That was a joke.
behavior for something that occurred
happened later. No, that was
decades
a, no,
after.
that was a joke. I'm just telling you that, like, yeah, behavior. Yeah, the answer is yes, behavioral issues.
Or
Judge me?
were you?
Judge me? Question mark.
You can. You deserve to actually.
Okay, so how many people were at the wedding?
There
Or sorry,
wasn't.
how many people were planned to be at the wedding? Excuse me.
185 or so.
100.
You should have seen the wedding invitations. They were like hand painted with calligraphy.
So what was the total financial loss of?
Oh, I don't know. I
You don't
care.
know? You weren't
It
involved
was
in.
no, I was, but that was so long ago. I don't even think about it. Like, who cares? Like, you
I'm
get
just
the,
curious.
You get the vibe.
I don't.
It
get
was
the
a really
vibe.
nice wedding.
Was it?
going
Would you
to
say
be.
it was over 6 figures of financial loss?
No, because my dad was a hustler and got half it. Like no, but there was a lot of loss. Like whatever. The worst loss was like I loved his family. I loved so many aspects, but I couldn't Do you know how many people, my husband, walked down the aisle with 2 women before me thinking, I could just get a divorce? Do you know how many people do that? A lot.
But so what was the financial loss of the wedding that you called off 2 weeks before? So there's the venue.
Oh, my wedding,
the caterers, the band.
The venue, the band. Not a DJ.
Wedding
band.
photographer.
Well, that was actually a deal, so not really a loss. Family, friends. I don't know. I don't know. You get the point. It was it was fucked up, but I had to do it for me.
Question though, so you stopped the wedding from proceeding, so 2 weeks before it would have otherwise happened. But I have a suspicion that you knew for months before that you were not satisfied in this relationship.
I would say about 3 months. 3 months.
So why did you wait until 2 weeks?
Want to know why? Because I thought, am I making the wrong? You guys don't understand. Making that kind of decision, you guys, when the wedding's all. Can anyone understand or no?
I think all of us can put ourselves in
that position,
your shoes
right?
there, and think about how hard that would be.
Most people would just get married and
wait. What would be hard?
To call off a wedding last minute,
knowing that
that sounds
why
tough.
I waited 3 months after knowing maybe should I do this, should I not, is because what if I'm making the worst decision of my life? Guess what? It all worked out.
Okay, all right.
That is not an excuse, because 90% of the time, or let's just say 85% of the time, many people are going to be having that scare and that thought to like, what if they're making the wrong decision? But leaving a guy because he's short, calling off the wedding because the fiance in question is short, or because your ex-fiance is short, he has a short D, is not an excuse, it's not bravery. We have to be honest. And the fact that we want to lie to ourselves and look at it like bravery, are you serious? Time, emotion, these are things that you cannot even buy, you cannot even like bring back. Time, emotions. Who do you think that with this type of thing, the person is going to trust somebody else to not waste his time? And you're then breeding insecurity onto the person, because obviously now a person is going to be conscious, say, oh, he has a small D, he's short, these are things he cannot do. He cannot do anything to increase his height, he cannot do nothing to increase his D size, so he's going to be insecure until somebody comes along and say, oh no, it's not an issue, it's not a problem. Why waste his time? Why go through the length of 4 years and breaking it, calling off the engagement 2 weeks before the wedding, and say it is bravery? That does not even make sense. Let's ignore the financial cost, because obviously the financial cost is not an issue, but time, insecurity, like all of these things are things people don't even talk about, because obviously we get it, she was not ready to get married at that time, but why wait till the planning and everything and then say, oh, it's bravery calling off your wedding? Are you serious? Nobody even talks about how embarrassing it is on the other party's end. Nobody talks about it, but talk about this, calling it bravery. You could have as well not even pulled it off, or not even stayed engaged for 8 months. 8 months. An 8-month-year-old child should have been grown. In 8 months, lots of things could have changed. 8 months. We're not even talking about the other 4 years. None of this makes sense. And the fact that people will look at this and say bravery is what is not making sense to me. Maybe somebody will. But leaving a guy because he has a short D, because he's short, sounds really crazy to me. Let me know what you think about this so far. I'm sure tons of people have interesting things to share. I would really love you to share that. You can share the useful information you think might be really helpful. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe on all of that stuff. And until next time, see you in the next video.